In the words of Taylor Swift, we have a lot to catch up on. Or did she say we have a lot of catching up to do? Man, I should have looked that up before I said that. Anyway, hi angel babies, it's Bebe. If you're new here, I'm Bebe. I make tarot content. I'm starting to make more lifestyle content. Maybe you haven't seen it yet because maybe I haven't put it out yet, but that's the plan. You might see a little bit of that today, so stick around. This is what we call an at present. Actually, I kind of got that term from Meg at Rose Honey Rituals. I think she was the first person that I ever saw like use that for a video title, and I just flat out stole it because that's what we do here. It's been a minute. Let me go through some of my updates. So what have I been doing? I moved, and that's why I didn't really post for a month, because I was gearing up for a move, and then I moved, and then I had to reassemble my life, right? So it's been a lot of unpacking, organizing, lots of laundry. I had friends and family all help. I did hire movers, but it's still a lot, and the coordination the day of was really helpful because I had my mom come and friends come support and help, and it was a really late night, and it would have maybe even not gotten finished if they hadn't come out to help out, so that's really nice. I've also had a few visitors since then, which is really exciting. There is a rooftop jacuzzi and pool in this building, which isn't new or very rare because I live in downtown LA, but my last place didn't have a jacuzzi. So since it's been cold for LA people, I haven't been in the pool, but I have gone up to the jacuzzi several times, and that's been really nice. What else have I been doing? I've been wishing I was watching YouTube. I have a very long list in my watch later queue. I'm really, really sorry if I have not commented or watched your videos. It does not mean that I don't love you, because I do. Life has just been really busy. I haven't gotten much alone time lately, and that's kind of something I like to do on my own. And so I've just been really falling behind in that area, and I'm looking forward to kind of having, like a slowdown and like a settling so that I can get more of a routine. Okay, so since I talked to you already about the move and my place, I'm sorry if you can hear a dog barking. He doesn't shut up. I don't know why I assume it's a he, but you're with me here, right? I'm gonna insert my nighttime apartment walkthrough. This won't necessarily be my official apartment tour, but it's just kind of where it's at right now, and I was feeling kind of the vibes at night, so enjoy that. Hello, and welcome to my Ceci nighttime apartment walkthrough. I'm going to be doing a better walkthrough, or maybe a more in detailed situation. But anyway, I'm missing things. Okay, this is my front door. It's really cool, except for it brings a lot of light in at night when I'm trying to sleep. This is my bedroom area. This is the least decorated area right now. I used to have a canopy and some art above my bed, but things moved around. I think I'm going to put that fan temporarily above the bed so it looks less kind of out of place. This is my beloved shoe rack. I just got it when I moved. It's 2 shoe racks that are stacked on top of each other, and it really creates some separation, and I like it a lot. This is my bike that's currently set up backwards on this little stand, so I can't really use it right now. I need to fix it, I know. This is my office area. These are my little tchotchkes, some coffee table books that I have, a bowl that Anais likes to sleep in, Yep, that was a lot of time spent on that. And the desk that I work at that hasn't really been set up like aesthetically yet, so it's kind of messy. I love my little footstool. It's vintage. My grandmother gave it to me. That's the art that used to be above my bed. We've got a mirror, a closet, a litter box, and the living room. I got a free TV from a neighbor who was giving it to Goodwill, so that was really cool. My little stuff, that's my grandpa's lamp that I inherited. I bought that coffee table from a friend for $50. There's my Paris, Texas poster. You heard it here first, everybody. I like the movie Paris, Texas. Also my tarot cabinet that I should do a tour of sometime. A cat tree. My sofa, a Mexican blanket, my cat coming towards me. My lovely kitchen. It's probably my favorite thing about the apartment. It's a nice kitchen. It is a nice boulder. A candle that one of my best friends gave me for a home, what is it called? A housewarming gift. Some decor in the kitchen. Yes, there are dishes in the sink because I'm a real person. And then we also put some decor up at the top. Anais likes to hide out up there, so we put her blanket up there. The windows are amazing. Maybe I'll enter a photo of the windows because I did not open them. Maybe another video. We swing back, and then this is my dresser area, vanity kind of area, but I don't really use it as a vanity. 2 of the knobs are off. I need to super glue them back on, but they were knobs that are like vintage style that I sourced on my own. I think they were like $4 each. The vibe in my bedroom in my last place was very black, white, cream, brown, red, and romantic and contrasted, kind of 90s, kind of like vintage, more stuff of my grandparents that they gave me, some things that I thrifted. The Sacred Heart is from Anthropology, actually. Some estate sale stuff over there, and there wasn't really room to decorate that stuff in the new place, so they kind of all got stuck in there. This is the restroom, the bathroom, and it tended to lean really jungly. There are lots of towels in here right now because we go to the jacuzzi a lot. So that's my new laundry basket, which I'm really proud of. And just a bunch of old decor that I've had for a long time. The over-the-toilet cabinet is new because we needed the storage space, and we've started a gallery wall on the other side. So it's like a naughty, like Mickey Mouse guy, Bagheera, an Airte bee, and then a poster of the Jungle Cruise. My friend and I both worked at Disneyland, so that's the major tour. And then I did some better lighting, so this is just kind of a 360 view of the mood lighting, having some space and time to myself that night, and was really just feeling it. This apartment, at this point of filming, we had been in for 2 weeks, so I think that we did a pretty good job. It's definitely a vibe. Every time I turn around, the cat is somewhere new. She likes the lights. And then this is us playing fetch for a moment. I don't get her returning it to me, which she usually does, but she was very excited by the camera and didn't know really what to do, so. And we're back. I hope you liked that, and I hope that I did an okay job at doing a voiceover, because I will be doing that later. Future BB, do a good job. Okay, so what I've been watching. So my friend and I have been sharing shows with each other. Obviously, I am a huge fan of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and he had never seen it before. So we're trading off watching those with watching King of the Hill, which is something he grew up watching that I had never seen before. And I have to tell you that we're both pretty stoked on it. Like, I'm really enjoying King of the Hill. I did not think I would be. I did not think I was that girl. Not that you have to be a certain type of girl, but I really didn't think I would like it very much, and I really, really do. And so that's really fun. It's, if you don't watch it, I'm sure you've heard of it. I don't know, if you haven't, it's a cartoon. It was created by Mike Judge, and he also created Beavis and Butthead. It's nothing like Beavis and Butthead. It is set in 97, because that was when it came out, and there were 12 seasons, so it went through the like mid 2000s, I think. 12 seasons. No, 97, 2007. So it went all the way through the 2000s probably. And it is like, it really holds up. It's really interesting. So far, it's not the most dated thing. It's pretty freaking cool. So it's really funny. It's really heartfelt. There's some good lessons in there. I'm enjoying it. I have some laugh out loud moments, which I really like. I also started watching the pilot episode of Rise of the Pink Ladies, and I was so excited that I made my friend like watch it with me. Like, I stopped it like 5 minutes in, and then I made him watch it with me, and then he was like, no. He liked it, and then they started the second song, and he was like, no, I don't want to watch this. So I will be continuing to watch that by myself, but I'm really, really excited. I haven't like watched the rest of the episode, let alone the season yet. I don't know if they're coming out weekly or if the whole season's out, but that's on Amazon Prime. Oh, maybe I should mention like where you can watch these. Oh no, wait, it's not on Amazon Prime. I'm sorry. Rise of the Pink Ladies is on Paramount Plus. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is on Amazon Prime, and King of the Hill is on Hulu. Next is what I've been listening to. So I listen to podcasts when I can, when I'm at work. And the ones that have been kind of standing out to me lately are Gold Digger. That's Goal Digger, not Gold Digger, by Jenna Kutcher, or with Jenna Kutcher. And that one's really motivating about being an entrepreneur, being a self-employed creative, which is not what I am, but it's something that I aspire to be. So that one's really great. It talks about all sorts of things, like body wellness. I don't know. I listen to a lot of different things, but it's a great podcast, and her voice is like very soothing and nice. The next one that I've just gotten into because it's a new podcast is called Highbrow, and it's by Mina Lee. And she is a YouTuber who does specifically fashion review, criticism, historical content, that kind of thing. I hadn't been watching her videos as much lately because whether or not the videos have been very negative, like the titles have been, very critical, which I think is a common discussion right now on YouTube and maybe in media alone or altogether, where a negative review or like what seems to be like a negative clickbaity title gets a lot of clicks, gets a lot of views. And sometimes I'm here for it, and sometimes I'm just tired and I want to, I don't know, hear things that aren't as pessimistic. Like, yes, we can be critical and have critical thinking of anything, but also I love and respect Mina Lay, but I don't always agree with her opinions on things. And it doesn't mean I don't watch her, because I love her, but sometimes half of a video I'm kind of mildly disagreeing with, her rants about things. And then sometimes I'm totally on board and I get it. But I do respect her opinion always. I just have a different perspective. But she has impeccable taste, and she is really compelling, and she does her research, and, She has the receipts. And so I guess I'm getting at the fact that the podcast episode I listened to this week, which is the first one I've listened to of this podcast, I think there might be 3 or 4 episodes out, was really, really cool, like really nice and fun and upbeat. She had a guest on, and they weren't taking themselves too seriously, and they were having fun. And like, you know, they, as is her brand, they were being critical of things, but they were also like calling out for like a lightness of things. Like, I don't know. I really, really enjoyed it. So check out Highbrow if you like fashion, or specifically like historical fashion. But it's more than that. They did talk about like the current fashion industry and like trends and like things like that in this episode. The next podcast is called Not For Everyone, and it is by Caroline Winkler and a friend of hers. I don't remember what the co-host name is, but Caroline Winkler is an interior design and lifestyle YouTuber. So she's funny as hell and super sarcastic, and I really, really enjoy her. And so I knew I would like her podcast, and I do. And they talk about all sorts of things. It's just a very, if you're in the mood to like feel like you're in a room with your girlfriends talking shit, or, you know, building each other up, or just like making jokes, that's the podcast for you. It's really, really entertaining. Okay, 2 more. So Natalia Benson, it's called the Natalia Benson Podcast. This is definitely a woo-woo podcast. So if you are interested in learning about manifestation, tinctures, you know, other aspects of like spirituality, new age practices and beliefs, like from now, right? So like I'm sure she's done episodes on human design. She may have done episodes on gene keys, things like that, where like we are working through trauma, we are learning about who we are using astrology to assist our navigation of the world and each other, things like that, then I recommend this podcast to you. Sometimes her voice is like too like soft radio, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's too like Coast 103.5. If you're not from Southern California, I guess that means nothing to you. But it was like easy listening, and like, you know, like remember Sleepless in Seattle, where like I don't even remember the like DJ's voice, but I'm assuming it's like and welcome tonight and blah. But like it's not even that inflected. How do I even do it? Okay, what's it? Okay. She goes, "Hi, I'm Natalia Benson. Welcome to the podcast." You know what I mean? And like sometimes it's chill, and other times I'm like, ew, because like my frequency like runs higher than that. So I'm just like, ugh, sometimes it's like too much. But the content of the podcast is great. And if you're not into everything like new wavy, then just pick and choose. That's what I do. I just pick and choose which episodes for all of these that interest me. It's not that every episode of a podcast interests me. Okay, and the last one is called Rebuilding Trust with Your Body. So I was recently diagnosed with body dysmorphia, and it was really a relief and helped me be a little bit more kind to my body. It definitely, a diagnosis itself wasn't a fix. So I don't know, initially right after being diagnosed, I was like very excited and felt like things were better, and you know that I was making progress. And then I like very quickly, like 2 weeks later, kind of slumped back into old feelings about like myself and like old habits and things like that. But this podcast is so freaking helpful, because you really just have to drill it into your brain to unlearn the things that like you naturally do. But it is comforting and nice to know that like the habits that I have and the ways that I criticize myself and the beliefs that I have around like my worth and my body and my appearance are not normal, you know? And I don't mean that in like any disparaging sense. Like, I just mean that like it's just nice to know that like my brain isn't supposed to work like this, because it means that to me that like it can get better, you know, and like to identify a thing is really significant so that you can like move forward on like what to do with the thing, if that makes sense. Okay, so here's the fun part. In the last few months, I've received a lot of, they're mostly Kickstarters that I backed maybe even like a year ago. So this is not like a haul necessarily. This is just, you know, the Panini has made decks be delayed for a really long time. And I'm finally getting things that were supposed to ship maybe 6 months ago, you know, maybe 3 months ago, maybe even longer. So let's get into it. I hope you're stoked. Thanks for listening to like my life stuff. Okay, so the first one you've probably seen online. I think Spirited Stardust. I think if that's not the right channel, then I will put the right one on the screen. Did a walkthrough of this, and there are like a couple walkthroughs of like the minor arcana and the major arcana, I think by the creator on YouTube as well. Let me know if you want a walkthrough of it from me. It is the Kitten Nugget Tarot. This is the Lucky Nugget box. Is this not the cutest thing? Oh wait, let me make sure it's like, hello. It's the cutest thing, right? Okay, so it looks like a little chicky nuggy box. See? Chicky nuggy. It has a little grease on the bottom. It's so cute. Okay, and it is a magnetic box. And you've got your little sauces, which is the guidebook, and you've got your little basket of nuggies. And then on the other side of the box, you can have your little, instead of your basket, your little carton, right? It's like Wendy's. I just realized it's just like Wendy's. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So this is by the Lazy Mystic, aka Aaron Murtha, and this was a Kickstarter. And this is the cute little guidebook, all color, very adorable. It has reversed meanings and like about a page for each card. Like I said, I can do a walkthrough, but I'm not gonna like do the thing, you know, in this video. We have too much to cover. Oh, and I just tore it, so it looks like I'm never selling it. I'm so bad at opening these, and somebody like told me a trick, and I don't know if it worked. I don't remember the trick. It's not that it didn't work, it's just that I don't remember. Oh my gosh. And please ignore like my terrible, terrible hands right now. Like, I just have not even wanted to file my nails, let alone take the polish off and put new polish on. Okay, so pretty standard thickness, pretty cute edging, the cutest backs like in the world. Is this not freaking adorable? I also like, I don't know, I thought about like selling this deck before I even got it. So it also has like different border colors for the wands, the cups, the pentacles, the swords, the majors, and then what are these? Oh, these are extras. These are extra cards. I don't know why. They're really cute though. Okay, sorry, my brain is in 1,000 different places, so I'm bouncing back and forth. I thought maybe I would sell this because you guys know me. I tend to like really sophisticated art styles, and I like very cute things, but I'm also just in the process of getting rid of some of my cute decks because I just don't reach for them and they don't feel like the collection that I want. But I love fast food, and the novelty of this. It's such a guilty pleasure to love fast food, but the novelty of this is just so good. So it's gonna stay with me. It's gonna stay with me for a while. And who knows, maybe I'll use it. I'll try. I definitely will always try. So This is the Kitten Nugget Tarot, and it's adorbs. Let me know what you think. So the next one is Tarot by the Neon Light. This was another Kickstarter. It says a tarot deck by Chain Assembly, aka Nick Ribera. It also has a really great box. This is another one that I thought maybe I would pass on after I got it. Well, like, I mean, let's be real. I was in need of money, and selling decks is a way that I can instantly have some income, you know? And after looking through it, the backs are not offensive, but they're not, you know, my fave. The edging is pretty black, you know. But after looking through it, it's so unique. And there are some of these cards that I really, really love. So I'm thinking that I will do a walkthrough of this. I don't know if I've seen one online. And I do think this is a fun deck to take to like a party or something, you know, and do some readings with. And I think it'll be really fun to see them all in kind of a big spread because they're all pretty simplistic. I think they're really cute. I'm happy to have it. I definitely, like, I thought I might regret it, you know, when I got it, but I'm not having that feeling. I think that it has like a specialness to it that might be like easily overlooked if you're not really paying attention, but it's a good one. Let me know, did anyone back this, or anyone you know back this? And if you did, do you use it? I'll let you know. I'll post like a community post when I do a walkthrough of this one. Okay, the next one is really just because of my love for like Blade Runner and like kind of dystopian cyberpunk, but like eco cyberpunk things. I don't know. This is the Technomage Tarot deck. This was also a Kickstarter. The only creator name I could find was Technomage Prime. So, oh, right here, duh, LA Duncan. I guess I was looking on Kickstarter to find the creator's name, but I didn't need to do that. Okay, so these backs they're fine too. They're whatevies. The book is very small, but I do appreciate that it has the photos or the images on it. Okay, so it just has the major and then like the minors, it doesn't. And then it has like just keywords. And then there are some bonus cards. Ooh, lots of bonus cards. Okay, so obviously this is gonna remind us of like Blade Runner, The Matrix. I think I have it in order, so we're gonna do this. Or maybe we'll do, yeah, maybe we'll do this. Those are some of the extra cards. I know that there are a lot of decks coming out recently that have like a similar aesthetic based off of like what AI program you're using. So I have an Oracle deck that is very similar to this aesthetically. So I think that they would work really well together. But I think that there is definitely risk of like oversaturation of a certain style. But honestly, I mean, without talking about AI specifically, there are a lot of decks that are the same style, that are traditional artwork, and feel kind of oversaturated to me as well. So I don't know. I think the difference here is that like some of these AI decks in this style look to be from the same artist because it's the same program. I don't know. I don't claim to know a lot about this yet, and I definitely want to watch like anyone and everyone's videos about what they have learned from the AI movement so far and like what it means and I don't think anyone knows where we're going. And I don't want this video to be like a statement about AI in general. This is not the time or place or like the mental state that I have right now to like present an organized, researched collection of thoughts and philosophies and theories on this, but I did want to share this deck because it was something that came in. I do really like that star card. And it's very moody. It's a world, and there's actually a game that this creator made as well. And then I think maybe something else. So there were like 3 components, and the world building in this is really cool. So that's what I appreciate. I don't know if this will be a deck that I will use for readings, or I mean for spreads really, or if it'll just be more like an oracle where I pull this and then maybe I pull one of the vibe check deck and then, you know, try to read the meetings or meditate on them, or if it's just going to be something that is, you know, handheld art in my hands. So handheld art in my hands. Okay, you know, did I ever say I was smart? Because I want to say I didn't, but I probably did because I'm a Gemini. So I probably told everyone I was smart, but maybe it's just selective. Maybe I'm selectively smart. I don't know. But that's the Technomage Tarot deck. Let me know what you think. It's good production. Okay, next is the Queer Revolution Tarot, which I have right here. This was supposed to come, I think, in December of last year. So it's been a minute. It's by Kate Willett. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. The box is really cool. I really like the matte feeling. And this is one that I am honestly not sure if I'm going to keep. And it's not because I don't love the art. I really, really love the art. That's why I purchased it. I'm happy to do a walkthrough of this one as well. It looks like a pretty straightforward little book. I'm not a fan of these backs, but whatever. I don't know, if they were, like if the chain link fence was this color, then I think I would like it more. But I don't know, it's not really my vibe, which is fine. It's just a back. Some of my favorite decks don't have great backs in my opinion. So again, loving. Like, this is so gorgeous. But then some of them, I don't know, you know? I don't love this. This one's fine. This one's fine. Meh. That one's pretty cool. This one looks like Steve Aoki, which I kind of like. This kind of reminds me of a fire that I saw outside my building. Really love that one. I don't know. I have mixed emotions about these. But I think the art, like the execution, is really, really beautiful. So I think what I need to do is work with it, right? I love this one. This one's great. Yeah, like if it speaks to me and it reads really well, then, you know, there are always decks that have cards that you don't necessarily love. Love that one. And then if I can't seem to connect with it, you know, I'll gift it to a friend or I'll pass it on. We'll see. But yeah, I was thinking about doing this one's so good, a walkthrough. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. Hands down, a really great artist. Okay, so this one is tarot cards, and I think I backed this on Kickstarter and then couldn't afford it, so I canceled my pledge And then I ended up getting it on Etsy after the Kickstarter was over because I was really, really, I don't know, compelled. Like I was really interested in it. I thought it was really fun. So this is by Cena Moon, I believe. Let me make sure. Does it say on the back? I believe this is by Cena Moon. I don't know why it wouldn't have their name on it. Oh yeah, Cena Moon. So you can get this. I'm not sure if she still has decks available, but it was on her Etsy shop. And I think she might have a YouTube channel as well. And I will be doing a walkthrough of this. So I'm not gonna show everything. The backs are really fun. A lot of these have like movie associations or TV show associations, which is cool too. It's just like another really cool novelty deck, you know? I wonder what, oh, this is the king symbol. Uh-oh. So yeah, if you or anyone you know likes cars or car history, this is like a really cool, different deck. I don't think it's in order. I think I'll have to put it back in order. Another one with black sides, black edging, which obviously works because the back is black, the front is black, and the sides. So, you know, it'd be kind of weird if they had white sides. Okay, so I have a few now that are, like I bought all of these of my own volition, but they were not Kickstarters. Can you see them all? Hold please. So the first one is the Inversion Tarot, and I got this because I saw it on Wesley's channel, 22 Zines, and I thought it was the cutest little thing ever, and I might have even just purchased it initially due to the backs. And incidentally, I saw this deck. I'm like fanning the backs as if they're gonna be different, but they're just so cute and pleasing. I saw this deck on Wesley's video about favorite card backs, I believe, and I agreed wholeheartedly. I love it. I love, like, it feels vintage. It feels a little bit ska. It feels a little bit mid-century or mod, and it's such a great little deck. And Anais is very agitated and upset, and I don't know what she wants, but she keeps like meowing at me. So I'm probably gonna have to wrap this up soon, but it's just a little pip deck. It's very cute. And I love that it's in a tin. I don't have a ton of those, so, you know, it's a little mini. It's good on the go. And it makes me happy. Hi, baby girl. Okay, this next one is the Gothic Tarot, as you can see. She just wants to be near me. She's like, why are you paying attention to anything else? Can relate. Okay, hello. Can you guys see anything? No, you can't see anything. Anais. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the Gothic Tarot I didn't know existed. It is out of print. I saw it on Catamancy's channel, Joniki, and it's really interesting. It doesn't have any curve to the edges. The backs are really interesting. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Chain? I don't know. Locks? I don't know. Okay, so... Oh, is this also not in order? Yeah. I can't do a walkthrough of this because the thing about this deck is that I bought it without a magician card. I do have the image to download and potentially print, which I could do. But I just saw this deck and knew immediately that I needed it in my life. I think I'm using this right now as like the title card, as the magician card. I love cemetery imagery. I love collage decks. There was just no way that I wasn't gonna get this. This is by Layla Wendell. It was a limited edition, and it's just a major arcana, if you can't tell. It's very, very small. This is 603 out of 1,000, and it has a copyright of 1998 in New Orleans. Just so cool. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm showing you all the same cards because some of them are kind of stuck. There, maybe a little bit different. So that's the Gothic Tarot. I'm really, really stoked on that. Really excited. So grateful that I found it. I think I found it on Facebook. It's even like pasted. Like this is pasted on. It's very handmade. Very fun. Okay, lastly, speaking of handmade, is this little deck. Content warning, there's nudes. This has nudity. This is the Lover's Deck pinup playing cards. And I got the hand-painted backs version, which I thought would be so cool and special. But that's what I get for being extra because they're not easy to shuffle. They stick together. They feel a little bit like, I don't know, like extra thick. They don't feel extra thick. They just, maybe it'll just take a moment because they're painted, you know? So they just kind of stick. I don't know. You can see like the, what is this called? The texture. But they are really, really cute. So they're all individually painted. But like, do you see? Like, I can't fan them. I don't know what to do about it. Maybe because they're just stiff right now. So this is just a playing card deck. This isn't a tarot. I mean, I know you can do cartomancy with it. I've actually gotten a tarot reading with playing cards. Okay, yeah, maybe they just need a good few like riffle shuffles and they'll be okay. But do you see all that like separation? Okay, let's get to the point. Look at how super duper awesomely cute they are. Adult content, you guys. And I have followed this artist. Her name is Jem Yeager on Instagram. I think this one's my favorite out of all of them, even though this one's great too. And when I saw that she and a friend were making a playing card deck, I had to. And I loved this photography anyway. Like, she'd been posting the images from this photo shoot, and I was so into it. So yeah, to see that they made this really fun interactive deck was really awesome. Pinup is something that I've like always had a passion for, and this is just right up my alley. And that's it. That's everything. Well, that's not everything. I lied. Maybe I'll just give you a sneak preview. So there's another artist, speaking of artists, that I really admire, and I had always wanted to get a print of his for my house. I don't have a lot of wall space, as you will see or actually as you did see earlier in the video. So I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get one of his prints, but what I was able to get is when he decided he was gonna do this. Yes, and I know there have been walkthroughs already, so forgive me, but I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, because the lore, this is incredible. So I'm gonna be doing a video on this very soon. Even it's even on my tarot cabinet right now, and just to see this, I don't know if you can see the whole thing. No, you can't see. It's just so cool. It's just so cool and beautiful, and I love it. Yeah, so you'll see a video of this. That's kind of, I don't know, probably not everything at present, but that's kind of what's at present right now. Do I have any controversial things to say? Do I have anything important to say? No, not for this video, I don't. I think that, no, I really don't, because I don't think there's any summation. Oh, I do have a recommendation though. If you are interested in the tarot community and the tarot YouTube community and things like that, I would really, really encourage you, to watch videos and support channels that make the content that you like. And also, if you're someone who has thought about making a YouTube channel because you don't see the content that you want to see, that's kind of half of the reason I did it. I was inspired by everyone I was watching, and I loved it, but I also didn't see anyone like me, especially, I saw a few people who were like me, and they inspired me, oh, I could have a place here in this community. One of those people being Rose Honey Ritual, and then very quickly after, Johnny came around, Catamancy Tarot, and Nina's channel. Oh my gosh, Nina, why can't I remember your channel name? I'll link it. Wesley at 22 Zines. Who else did I mention? There are a bunch of you. I'm sorry if I haven't mentioned you. But so seeing someone speak casually and be into the same types of aesthetics that I was into, and the same types of practices that I was into, and geeked out on the same things, those were the people that inspired me, that A, I had a place, and B, even if I was different from a lot of the people that I saw had established channels, whether they were big or small, didn't matter, that it was okay that I was here. And so if you don't know, it is okay that you're here, and we'd love to see the stuff that you want to post. I've been seeing a lot of stuff lately about people's spaces, which I think is so cool. People's in-depth practices, which is really cool. I've been seeing lifestyle vlogging. I also want to shout out Candy Soul and Soil. She has these amazingly deep but very sweet and heartfelt and genuine videos about self-reflection, about her life, about her struggles, about her joys, and I love that. And that's the kind of thing I want to watch too. And I think that these hashtags are really fun, and I'm not going to stop making them. And I'm not going to go into the pressures that one feels, because I totally understand, and I feel it too. Maybe not anymore, but I did very much so, like starting out as a channel. But I think that it's good. I think like the discourse that like people are having overall, even if it's painful, even just being a bystander of it. So like, I'm not saying it's necessarily good for the people who are affected, but being a bystander of it, like this really like contentious thing that's happening, like whatever, this dichotomy, this like people saying that they're in a community and then like ripping each other apart, or being felt ripped apart when like that's not the intention at all. Like when it's just like conversation, tone is lost through text. I don't know. Look at me saying I wasn't going to say anything. And then rambling. My point being that the silver lining of when things get messy and these things come up again and all, you know, is that like as a whole, the community that I know, instead of just like letting it rest at pointing fingers or differing in opinions, we all want to feel included, and we can agree on that. It doesn't matter like what someone's opinion is of one thing and what someone's opinion of something else is. It doesn't matter. We all want to be included. We all want to feel like we can make fun content and uplifting content. And we all want things to be better. And we all know that we live in a very messed up world. No one is denying that. And I think that's the more important thing, is that like I'm already part of groups that like with all of this happening or whatever in the past week or so, and I don't mean whatever to like diminish it, because I know it's not small. I'm not trying to dismiss it. It's just not my position, you know, like it's not my thing to speak about. But what I can say is that people are already like, how can we make the community better? Even people who are being called out as like bad, you know what I mean? People who are like being ganged up on whatever, like, and I'm not going to say side, but like whatever part of the circle of this community is, everyone just wants to make it better. And there aren't necessarily hard and fast ways to do that, but we're all just trying to navigate, and we're all ready. Like the wheels are in excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Hello. Okay. We're already doing it. Like I'm already seeing so many wheels turning on ways to make videos more like economically inclusive, and like ways that we can start vlogging where it doesn't have to be about numbers of decks or whatever. But that being said, I'm always going to be forthright with my experience, and I don't always like make the right choices, and I don't always like save the money that I should save. Man, my voice. I'm so sorry. But like, if I want to buy a deck at this point in my life, maybe it wasn't true a year ago, but at this point in my life, if I want to buy a deck, it's for me and it's not for my channel. So if you see me showing decks, know that I'm sharing them because I like them and I want them in my collection, and it's a part of like my life, and I'm sharing my life with you. I'm not purchasing decks to have new content to have on YouTube. I think that like that's a real pressure and that's a real thing, and I'm not trying to like deny that exists because I felt it. But I think that I have the luxury, because it is a luxury, and the like privilege to have a channel that I can branch out and do more than just show new decks. Sometimes I will show new decks. I mean, I had 3 months plus worth of things, you know, going on. And these were like older Kickstarters, like which, I mean, you don't need to know this context, but like when I was in a better place financially, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't know. I don't want to talk for 2 hours about my opinions about stuff because they're not like wanted, necessary, you know, appropriate. This is not my deal. I am a part of the community and I love the people in the community and I can take part and responsibility in making it better. But I don't need to explain away what I do. I don't need to justify it. And I don't need to like go after anyone else's ideas about things. It's unsolicited. I don't want to give any unsolicited advice, and I don't pretend to know everyone in their world and their life and their situations, which I think it goes both ways, you guys. I think it goes both ways. I don't think it's fair if anyone's coming for anybody. Like I'm not for that. Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll take all of this out. This is too much as it is. We don't need, I don't know. I just think for a community, there's so much animosity. And I think like we have to remember the animosity should be towards the system, not toward the people. I think that's my point. I think that's my frustration, is that like there shouldn't be any static between people. Hi, Editing BB here. I wanted to include a mention of Benabel Wen's blog article or blog post on her website. She said she didn't have time to do a YouTube video, but I really enjoyed and got a lot out of her blog post. So I'm going to link it if I can in the description, and I encourage you to check it out. It's really cool. And I don't know, I just feel like what needed to be said, in my opinion, is like in that post. I just found it illuminating and really awesome, like she always is. I'll go ahead and probably pin her YouTube channel on here too. She's beloved in the community. But okay, back to the regular programming. I've watched videos this past week that made me feel attacked. I've watched videos this past week that made me feel heated. And then I had to remember, like, this has nothing to do with me. This is their own thing. And no one's perfect. And everyone has their right to their feelings. And everyone has their own journey. And, you know, I gotta go.